Facts and curiosities you didn't know about the Amazon. The Amazon, the beating heart of our planet, is much more than a vast tropical rainforest. It is a place full of mysteries, fascinating wildlife, ancient cultures, and secrets that we are still discovering. This incredible ecosystem is not only home to countless species, but also plays a vital role in regulating the world's climate and combating climate change. However, the Amazon is in danger and many of its secrets could be gone forever if we don't act quickly. But how well do you know this majestic place? Did you know that the Amazon has more to offer than just exotic trees and animals? From legends that have been passed down for generations, to plants and creatures that seem to come out of a fantasy world, the Amazon hides endless facts and curiosities that will surprise you. Would you like to discover the best-kept secrets of the Amazon? Did you know that in the Amazon rainforest there could be species that we can't even imagine? Join us on this journey through the Amazon. Give the video a like if you've ever marveled at the wild nature, and don't forget to comment below, what surprises you most about the Amazon? Do you have a favorite legend about this amazing place? We want to know your opinion. Let's get started. 1. The Amazon is the lungs of the planet, but also a vast hidden life system. You've probably heard that the Amazon is known as the lungs of the planet, and that's no exaggeration. Through its gigantic expanse of tropical rainforest, the Amazon rainforest generates about 20% of the oxygen we humans consume. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The Amazon is much more than an oxygen machine. It is a living system of complex interconnections that regulates the global climate and supports an impressive biodiversity. Trees, plants, fungi, animals, and insects interact in an ecological web so intricate that, even today, scientists still fail to fully understand how it works. At every turn, new discoveries are adding to our understanding of this unique ecosystem, from plants with healing properties to animals with abilities that seem straight out of a science fiction movie. 2. The Amazon River is not the only large river in the region. Many believe that the Amazon River is the longest river in the world, but in reality, that distinction belongs to the Nile River, which flows through Africa. However, the length of the Amazon is impressive in its own right. At more than 4,300 miles, approximately 7,000 kilometers, the Amazon is the fastest-flowing river on the planet, carrying an amount of water that exceeds the combined flow of the next 7 largest rivers in the world. What is even more fascinating is that the Amazon does not flow in a linear fashion, but branches through hundreds of tributaries and sub-tributaries, creating an intricate network of rivers and streams. This system of channels connects vast expanses of jungle, and its flow varies according to the seasons of the year, which directly influences the life of the species that inhabit the region. 3. The Amazon is home to unparalleled biodiversity. Although it may sound like a cliché, the Amazon is, in truth, home to a biodiversity so extensive that it is hard to imagine. The Amazon rainforest is estimated to be home to more than 400,000 species of plants, more than 1,300 species of birds, and more than 400 species of mammals. In addition, the Amazon is the only place in the world where we can find such a wide variety of ecosystems, from cloud forests to flooded savannas, which are home to an impressive range of flora and fauna. One striking example is creatures such as the Amazon pink dolphin, which is known for its unique color and complex social habits. This marine mammal, which inhabits the waters of the Amazon and its tributaries, has captured the imagination of locals and scientists, who have yet to fully understand its mysterious behaviors. But mammals are not the only exotic inhabitants of the Amazon. The jungle is full of insects, reptiles, and amphibians that seem to come out of a fantasy world. Among them are the famous poison dart frogs, whose skins contain powerful toxins, and sloths, those slow but fascinating animals that spend most of their lives hanging from trees. 4. Amazonian tribes, guardians of ancestral knowledge. Over the centuries, the indigenous peoples inhabiting the Amazon have developed ways of life deeply connected to nature. Despite colonization and modernization efforts, many of these communities continue to live according to their ancestral traditions. They are often seen as guardians of the Amazon, protecting knowledge about medicinal plants and survival techniques that dates back thousands of years. Amazon plants, such as ayahuasca or guarana, have healing properties that have been used for centuries. Ayahuasca, for example, is a plant mixture used in shamanic rituals to induce altered states of consciousness, and has recently begun to be investigated for its potential therapeutic benefits in Western medicine. But the Amazon is also a scene of resistance. Many of the Amazonian tribes, such as the Yanomami, the Ashaninka, and the Kayapos, are constantly fighting to defend their territories from encroachment by loggers, miners, and other outsiders seeking to exploit the region. The struggle to preserve their way of life in the natural environment in which they live continues to be one of the most intense battles of our times. 5. The Amazon is an unexplored natural pharmacy. Although many species with medicinal properties have been identified, it is estimated that only a small percentage of Amazonian plants have been studied in depth. This is due to the density of the rainforest and the difficulty of access to many of the more remote areas. However, the Amazon is known to harbor some of the most effective remedies for a wide variety of diseases. For example, the quino, a tree whose leaves are used to treat malaria, was instrumental in the development of quinine, a drug used to this day. Likewise, several Amazonian plants have antioxidant, anti-cancer, and anti-inflammatory compounds, which continue to be the subject of intense scientific research. But what is even more astonishing is that every year new species of plants and animals are discovered that may have properties we could never have imagined before. This potential of Amazonian biodiversity is so vast that it is considered that the Amazon could be a natural pharmacy with thousands of solutions yet to be discovered. 6. The Amazon and its myths, a unique worldview. The rich cultural diversity of the Amazon is reflected in the myths and legends of the indigenous peoples who inhabit the region. For many, the Amazon is not just a physical place, but a living entity that breathes, feels, and changes with the seasons. The stories passed down orally from generation to generation are imbued with a deep connection to the land, the animals, and the spirits of the jungle. Each tribe has its own set of myths, but many share common elements related to the creation of the world, the origin of animals, and the relationship between man and nature. For example, in Yanomami mythology, one of the best-known indigenous peoples of the Amazon, it is believed that humans emerged from the jungle itself. According to the tradition, the first people were created by the gods and dispersed throughout the world to inhabit different landscapes. For the Yanomami, animals have a special relationship with humans and, in many cases, it is believed that they can transform into human beings or vice versa. The legend of the Boto is another common story in Amazonian cultures. It is said that the pink Amazonian dolphin, known as Boto, is actually a charming young man who transforms into a dolphin during the night. According to the myth, the Boto transforms into an attractive man to seduce women, and during the day he returns to the waters of the river to hide from people. This legend is one of the best known and has been passed down through the centuries. Another fascinating cultural curiosity comes from the Ashaninka people, who believe that the spirits of the ancestors are present in every corner of the jungle. It is said that these spirits can intervene in people's daily lives and help those who respect the sacred rules of nature. Therefore, their religious ceremonies are deeply linked to respect for trees, rivers, and animals. 7. Amazonian languages, a mosaic of linguistic diversity. The Amazon is not only a melting pot of biodiversity, but also of linguistic diversity. It is estimated that more than 300 different languages are spoken in the Amazon basin, making it one of the richest regions in terms of languages in the world. Many of these languages have no link to European or African languages, reflecting the profound independence and cultural uniqueness of the Amazonian peoples. The most widely spoken languages are Quechua, Guarani, and Tupi, but each tribe has its own language, many of which are not spoken outside their local community. Some of these languages are so complex that they have no written alphabet and are transmitted exclusively orally. For example, Yanomami, spoken by the Yanomami people, has a unique grammar structure that makes direct translation into other languages difficult. In addition, due to constant migration and interaction between various tribes, pidgin languages, simplified contact languages, such as Amazonian Portuguese, have been created. This pidgin mixes Portuguese with indigenous vocabulary and has been used as a form of communication between natives and European colonizers. 8. The Amazon and its influence on music and art. The influence of the Amazon on art and music is also very significant. In its remote villages, music and dance are fundamental to celebrations and rituals. Often, ceremonies are related to connecting with nature spirits and obtaining visions during the consumption of sacred plants such as ayahuasca. Traditional Amazonian instruments include drums, flutes made from sugar cane, and maracas made from dried seeds. A particularly interesting instrument is the marimbal, a kind of wooden box with metal strings that are played with the hands. This instrument, although more common in the Caribbean regions, has a notable presence among some Amazonian tribes. The rhythms of the marimba and other instruments reflect the flow of the rivers and the sounds of the jungle, creating music that blends with the natural environment. On the other hand, Amazonian art is characterized by its symbolic connection with the natural elements. Amazonian paintings and sculptures, made mainly by the Ticuna, Kayapo, and Xingu tribes, are usually very colorful and use local materials such as clay, seeds, and wood. Geometric shapes and animal designs are recurrent, and these are used to tell stories or invoke the protection of spirits. 9. Curiosities about Amazonian fauna, animals, and plants with surprising powers. The Amazon is full of species whose existence and behavior may seem like something out of a science fiction novel. Some of the strangest and most fascinating creatures that inhabit this vast region have developed unique characteristics to survive in their peculiar environment. One of the most emblematic animals is the poisonous amphibian known as the dart frog or arrowhead frog. These frogs, whose skin excretes powerful toxins, have bright colors such as green, blue, and orange, which serve as a warning to predators. The curious thing is that the toxicity of these frogs depends largely on their diet. In captivity, for example, frogs lose their venom because they do not consume the insects that produce the toxin in their skin. Another surprising animal is the sailfish or piranha, a fearsome-looking fish that inhabits the waters of the Amazon. Although its fame as a meat-eater is a myth partially fueled by Hollywood movies, piranhas actually have a varied diet that includes fruits, seeds, and smaller fish. However, when they feel threatened or there is a shortage of food, they may attack in groups, which gives them their terrifying reputation. As for plants, the Amazon is also a true paradise for those interested in botany. Some of the most interesting plants in the jungle include the sebel, whose seeds are used to produce a potent hallucinogenic drink known as yage or ayahuasca, which is used by indigenous shamans in rituals to obtain visions. In addition, the spider or Amazonian carnivorous plant traps and consumes small insects, making it yet another example of the incredible adaptation of Amazonian flora. 10. The Amazon and its role in the fight against climate change. In recent years, the Amazon has come to the forefront of climate change discussions. The Amazon rainforest is a vital carbon sink that absorbs large amounts of carbon dioxide, CO2, from the atmosphere, helping to mitigate global warming. However, deforestation and illegal logging threaten its ability to fulfill this essential role. Every year, thousands of hectares of Amazon forest disappear due to the expansion of agriculture, illegal mining, and infrastructure construction. If this deforestation process continues, the Amazon could change from a carbon sink to a source of CO2 emissions, further accelerating climate change. Despite these challenges, several conservation initiatives and reforestation projects are underway to try to save the Amazon. International organizations, local governments, and indigenous peoples are fighting to protect this essential region for the global ecological balance. The Amazon is, without a doubt, a place full of wonders, mysteries, and life lessons that remind us of the fragility and magnificence of our planet. From its enigmatic legends to its incomparable biodiversity, this rainforest remains one of the most valuable natural jewels we have. But as we have seen, its future depends on us. It is time to act, to protect it, and to learn to live in harmony with our environment. If you've been fascinated by what the Amazon has to offer and want to continue discovering more about the world around us, Subscribe now to our World and Evolution channel so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. In World and Evolution, we explore the great mysteries of nature, history, and the innovations that are shaping our future. Also, don't forget to visit selfmatamillionaires.online, a site dedicated to providing you with tools, resources, and knowledge that will help you develop your potential and achieve your goals. It's time to keep learning and evolving. We look forward to seeing you in the next video and on our website. Don't stop exploring, learning, and sharing with us all that the world has to offer. See you soon.